What's going on, growers? It's James Prigioni coming to you live from Jersey. Summer is officially here, so it's time for an epic backyard gardening harvest. Let's go! Let's jump right into the harvesting. We're gonna start off in the chicken pen on this fence line. Look how many cucumbers are on here. It's just amazing. This fence line is loaded. I planted the cucumber plants on the other side of the fence, but they have kind of, moved their way through. Let's start off with the silver slicer over here. This is a white cucumber. These plants are incredibly productive, this variety. So it's just getting started, but the amount of cucumbers this thing is gonna produce is just insane. Let's move to the right a little bit. Here's one of my favorite all-time varieties. This is a great heirloom one. Look at Tuck on the other side, harvesting his own cucumbers. He got one. What kind did he get, the silver slicer? It looks like he got a small silver slicer. This guy felt like he needed a snack nice and early. But check out the Suyo Long right here. Beautiful cucumber. These things are an heirloom, a great variety from China, and it's burpless too. So it doesn't have that bitter gene, which means it won't attract as many cucumber beetles, which is always an issue. And it has an incredibly sweet flavor. Excellent cucumber. Move to the right more, we've got more varieties down here. Check this one out. This one is so cool. We get a couple. This one is called the Dragon Egg. Look at that, the Dragon Egg cucumber. Another heirloom, incredibly sweet. Super productive plant. Great flavor, just unique looking, and one you definitely have to have in the garden. So look at just the variety of the cucumbers in a few feet. Let's move to the right though, and actually just take a peek on how many more are on the other side. We're not gonna grab all of them, but just to give you an idea. Come to the right, because this is an amazing cucumber. For the flavor, the taste, the production, this is the Socrates. This is one of my favorite all-time fresh eating cucumbers. Just so good. The seeds are actually expensive because they don't have a lot of seeds in them, but so worth growing. Look at down here. There are so many to harvest. On the other side too, another one here. Look to your left here. Look at all those back there. And look at Tuck, he's going for more. This guy's just greedy. Look at him down there. Tuck, what are you doing, boy? Maybe let's pass him a piece of this one through the fence. There you go, boy. This guy's so cute. I love Tuck in the garden so much. If you love seeing him, spam some hearts down in the comments to see if you want to keep seeing Tuck in the videos. Check right here though. 2 more cucumbers coming through the fence. So what's important is when we're harvesting our cucumbers, we want to make sure we're snapping it from the stem, like here. That's why it's good to cut them off with a pruner. And when harvesting the cucumbers, you want to pick them early and often. The more you pick, the more you'll get. If you allow one cucumber to finish on the vine, then the whole vine will quit producing. Right here we're on the other side of our keyhole raised bed. Similar to the other thing, the cucumbers have started to come through. So look, got more silver slicers back here. They're looking beautiful. And then peek through. A bunch of nice cucumbers. Let's swing around to the keyhole raised bed, get some more cucumbers, get some bunch of different kinds of squash. We've got to get cabbages, fruits. There's just so many things to harvest. Let's keep moving, and let's try to keep Tuck along with us, right, boy? Even though it's hot, he doesn't quit. Let's keep going around here. Follow me. Tomatoes looking beautiful over here. Look how dense this fence line is of just cucumbers. Insane. I know we've got some ready. Absolutely just beautiful. Look at the keyhole raised bed. I gotta hop in here. Look, I mean, it's like getting lost in food. This is why I love the keyhole design, because look how I can just get into the bed, reach everything, but everything is still growing around it. So it's like incredible space-saving technique. I stole this idea from Bill Mollison. He's the one that came up with this technique where you just, it's about how you can get bigger harvests by just switching the geometry, the shape, the way things are kind of organized. So come back here. We've got some of our yellow English squash right here. Get one of these. Let me try to get to it here. These little ones here, really cute. I've also got the white scallop ones too. But let me just put this in my bowl. And then we gotta grab some of those cucumbers that we saw. See them down here? There's 3 beautiful ones. 1, 2, let's get this third. Insane flavor. And the thing about cucumbers, it's nothing like the ones you get from the store. These cucumbers, if I'm in my house and I crack a cucumber open and just start eating it, you could smell it from the other side of the house. The aroma is insane because they're just packed with so many minerals. And they're 95% water. The thing is, the water inside the cucumbers isn't regular water. I call this living water. It's just packed with so much nutrition. It's just so good for you. Check right here. Here's the white scallop squash, a small one. So we've got the yellow and the white. Let's grab this. Well, it's nice and small. The smaller the better. So we've got the yellow and the white for contrast. Pretty cool looking. Little patty pans. Over here, we've got some more Costado Romanescos. Let's grab a Costado right here. And then we're gonna grab some cabbages and stuff. What are you doing, Tuck? So come back here. Look at, actually step back up for a sec. Look at the leaves, dude. Have you ever seen a squash plant this healthy? This variety is incredible, and it's growing so much that the spikes on the leaves are actually like hard. It's huge, and the health. This is why we're out here. This is why I love gardening so much. Check out the size of this squash down here. It's got a little bigger than I was hoping, but it's okay. We'll still eat it, and it's producing a lot more. Look at this. Woo! Absolute monster. Huge. And check out the golden zucchini hiding down there. We'll take that one. It's small too, because all of a sudden there'll just be too many on it. Let's take this guy, cut him out. Beautiful. Let's switch it up and get some brassicas now. Look at this right here. Early Jersey, maybe swing around on that side. Look at this, early Jersey Wakefield monster. Just growing in the center of all the other plants. Let's cut this baby out. Oh, it's got a big base, it's gonna be hard to get out. Oh yeah. Look how much food that is. We've got so many more things to harvest. A bunch more cabbages. Look at that. You'll notice the cabbage worms have gotten in here recently, but if you have issues with cabbage worms, the best thing to do is when they're young, to use an insect netting to keep the cabbage white butterflies off, and then as they get larger, use the BT spray. That works so incredibly well. It's organic, it's just made from natural occurring soil bacteria, just like concentrated, so it works incredibly well. That's one of the things that has taken my cabbage harvest to the next level. Let me drop this in the shade real quick, and we've got, just come to my right over here, we've got like some of the most beautiful cabbages I've ever grown, ready to harvest. Look at this one area, Birdie's raised bed. Take a look, how much food is packed into a small amount of space. 1 square foot for monster cabbages. Carrots looking great, flowers through the middle, beans on the outside. So this is how you pack as much food into one spot as you possibly can. Let's start with this cabbage. Look at this, the dead-on Savoy. This cabbage is a little tougher to grow than some of your standards, like the early Jersey Wakefield right next to me. This thing takes like 100 days till it's ready, but it's worth it. Definitely worth it. Takes a lot to cut out though. Let me get at it. Ah, there we go. Oh my gosh. The weight on this is insane. Look at the size too, look at this. This is organic gardening. This is growing food in your own backyard. This is some of the joys that come from it. One of the reasons me and Tuck love making these kinds of videos so much is a saying that we heard. It's that the price is easy if the promise is clear. What me and Tuck are trying to do is paint the promise that anyone could have. Huge organic food you can harvest in your own backyard. The only thing you got to do is just pay that price. So that's why we want to encourage you to do it. Come around here. A little bit of consistent effort and refinement of what you're doing, you can end up with harvests like this. Look at this early Jersey Wakefield. This is so dense. The best one I've grown of the year by far. Let's harvest this one. And oh my gosh, this is even heavier. This has got to be 20 pounds. Oh my gosh, look at the water pouring out. The bottom. Oh, this has got to be 20 pounds. Look at this. Let me peel some of these leaves away so we can give them to the chickens. Just show you the actual size of this thing. Monster head. Oh yeah. Feel like a kid at Christmas. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? This weighs 20 pounds. It feels like, oh my gosh, that is heavy. The best cabbage I've ever grown, I'd have to say. Incredible. What are you doing down there, boy? Having fun? Let's keep going, we got more to harvest. A lot more to harvest. Check out the Brunswick over here. Let me just lay this right here. Oh my gosh, this one's a monster too. Oh my, I just love doing this. This is why we put all the work and effort in, so we get to come out here and just enjoy the harvests. Sometimes harvesting is more fun than even eating this stuff. This is another 20-pounder at least. Just, oh my. Oh my gosh, incredible. Let me put some of this stuff into the shade and keep moving though. Let's get these. Oh my gosh, this is, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to carry all this. It's a dang workout. Let's bring it over here to go get some more cabbages. Hold on, where's my pruner? I think maybe a few of you were probably right. I need a bigger basket, but we'll just carry this baby around. I don't want to leave this stuff in the sun. Hold on, let's stop for a second. Right over here. Let's grab some of the pink lemonade blueberries. Look at these. These things are ready when they're pink. Insane. Look at the color. Oh, look at this, look at this. That's a ripe blueberry. And we did this so we can have the contrast. Look right next to us. Blue ones, almost ripe. So we've got pink and blue right next to each other. Look at this thing. Let me take it. Taste. There's so many blueberries ready. Whoa. Whoa. Completely different flavor than the other blueberries. Not a hint of tartness, pure sweetness. Let's keep going. All right. All right, now, Brunswick cabbage. Let's harvest this one. Look how small and tight this thing is. Incredibly tight and dense and exactly what you want to see. Oh, another one. An absolute beauty. If you don't have a lot of space, this would be a perfect cabbage for you to put in. Look, it doesn't take up a lot of space, dense, a lot of food. Stick it right next to us here. What do you think, another one maybe? Let's grab another. Early Jersey Wakefield. Another one ready to harvest. Actually, let's get the Melissa Savoy on the other side. This is one of the cabbages I find so beautiful. The ribbing of it, the texture, the flavor. It's an easy one to grow and incredibly productive. Look at this. I mean, what else can you say? I can't do anything but be thankful for these kind of harvests. And I make these videos, like I said, to try to paint you guys a promise of what any of you can have. I am doing zero things special in here. It's just consistency, sticking with it, and then constantly refining. Whatever doesn't work, we make some changes and try to improve it for next year. Take a peek at some of the apples while I'm moving around. You know we got some apples setting up over here. Looking nice. You know we got some more apples setting up right next to us here too. Then let's move over and let's grab some cauliflowers. Come this way. There's just so much, it's just insane. Let's start with the graffiti right here actually. Look at the graffiti purple. The color. And here, come inside. Look, here's a little cabbage worm. So this is another evidence that we should have hit him with the BT about a day or two ago. You can use the BT up to the day of harvest. You can even use it the day of harvest. So it's not gonna hurt you or anything. Another thing about the BT is that it won't hurt your beneficials. It doesn't really hurt the bees or anything. It's pretty selective on what it goes for. Looks like the boss wants a little cauliflower. We'll have to give him a snap. What do you think, boss man? What do you think, buddy? Let me get a nice piece for you. Crack off a head right here. Here you go, Rusty. Here's a nice one. Tucky, there you go, boy. And go to town on that, buddy. So the cauliflowers are his favorite of the brassicas, but keep coming with me because we got more stuff to grab. This is the graffiti purple, right? I love this cauliflower for the incredible dark color. It's not the only purple though. Purple is Sicily. This one's a little smaller than the head I got previous, but still incredible color, great flavor. And I've got another purple cauliflower that looks even different than this one. So not only do we love growing all different things for the different flavors, but the different colors, the different textures, it just makes us so excited to actually get outside and put the work in that's necessary in order to get these kind of harvests. What about right here? We're not done with the lettuces. We always plant more rounds of things. So it might be July, but it might be a day away from July or so, but we're still getting beautiful harvests even of lettuce. More stuff to grab though. I feel like we should grab another graffiti. Let's do that. Come over here to grab another graffiti purple. Let me hop over this bed. Right here is a beautiful cauliflower. Excellent one. Another graffiti purple. Look at that color. Not a huge head, but still amazing food. You don't get food better than this. Not when it's homegrown. Okay. That's a few more things. Looking good. Let's move down this way. Look at some of these apples. This tree has got some massive apples on it. Looks like it's gonna be a good producer for us. Look at the size of some of those ones. We absolutely love to see it. Here's some of the kale too. I would grab some of this, but I just have so many brassicas already. So let's move into the other food forest and grab even more food. We'll get some fruits, you know, some more veggies, and just keep filling up the bucket that we don't have anymore. Before I move over to the blueberry bushes that are just loaded with fruit because they're in peak production, I gotta show you these tomato plants. Look how excellent they look. These are some of the healthiest tomato plants that I've ever grown, loaded with fruit. We're gonna have so much food in this one section, and we're planting them so close together, so it's just gonna be a lot of food in a small amount of space. This pallet raised bed just pumps out food. It's become a food producing machine essentially. We've got cucumbers sneaking up the backside, growing up the one string, looking very healthy. Here's a chocolate pear tomato. I've never grown this variety before. I've grown the yellow pear and it's pretty good, but the plant doesn't do great for me, so I'm trying the chocolate pear out. Hopefully that one does excellent. Flowers in the background, look at the cosmos. So pretty. Zinnias, beautiful flower. We've got asters growing in there as well. We love to see it. Right next to me here, look how incredible this apple tree looks. Look at some of this fruit, the size of these apples already. You'll notice the white on it. That's from the kaolin clay spray. It's called Surround. It's a protectant. So it's basically spraying a really super fine clay on our trees to protect them. Check out the tomatoes here. They're getting big, the ones up the stakes. You'll love to see it. It's gonna be an absolute tomato forest here soon with our tomato trees. My favorite flavored apple by far, this is the Honeycrisp. Apples are getting bigger. I'm happy with how much fruit is on the tree. We don't want to put too much fruit on the tree to, you know, so that it overbears and then next year it doesn't fruit for us. So we don't want to basically put too much on it. I know it's getting super hot. I'm sweating like crazy. I know the boss has to be pretty thirsty. So let's give the boss a drink. What do you think, boy? We got the summer water bottles right here. So if you want to grab a summer water bottle or some of the shirts, check out the merch at jamesprigioni.com. Grab some while you can because it's a limited time thing. We'll let the boss get a little water here. Again, if you love seeing them in the videos, spam the hearts, hit the subscribe button because Team Grow, Tuck's probably the leader. Tuck is the leader of Team Grow. I'm just his apprentice, so he's a pretty good teacher. Let's keep moving though. We've got more cauliflower setting up. Cabbage is ready, but you know, the boss is a good guy, so we should probably give him a snack. Let's give him one of the yellow carrots. Absolutely beautiful. What do you think, boss man? Let him taste one of those while we move over and grab some other varieties of carrots too. Let's grab one back here. I know we've got the white ones that are doing pretty good. Oh, this is a pretty big one. Monster white satin carrot. Very nice looking. I think I got some purple ones back here too that are a little smaller. Oh, yep, look at that. Oh, this must be the atomic red. I think it's got a nice color on the inside too. Pretty good. Not amazing, but pretty nice. So we got a lot of carrots planted. We always want to plant a bunch of different kinds of carrots for the boss because this is one of his favorite snacks. These ones seem like they're a little further behind another atomic red. So not huge yet, but still doing real well. Let's grab some currants while we're over here. And actually look, we've got carrots planted in buckets. So the boss is going to be happy about these. If you don't have a lot of space, it's not an excuse not to grow. I heard someone say once that excuses are just well-planned lies. So don't lie to yourself and say you can't grow if you have enough space to put things in a bucket and grow some food. Look at these currants. These have been producing for a good amount of time. They're near their end, but they're still a joy to come out and eat whenever we can. So they're really good. But let me grab some more of the yellow raspberries, which are the fall golds. Some of the best flavored ones, and those are near their end too. So we just want to get as many as we can before they're gone for the year. Look at it. Actually not gone for the year because we've got the later fall harvest coming because we get the early spring one and the late fall one. Look at this. Beautiful yellow ands. Notice on this plant, see how I cut the top off? So this was one that produced last year. So in the fall, these ones right here will produce fruit at the top of the plants. And then next year, they'll produce fruit on the sides because this is the everbearing. So you get 2 harvests. Typically, people will cut down the whole thing and let them all come up like this because the fall harvest tends to be bigger and better. But I like the spring harvest because I like extending it over a longer period of time. And also, there are less like fruit flies and stuff at this time of the year, so it does real well. So good. Let's take a peek at the grapes, and then we're gonna head over to the blueberries. Under the grapes, we've got the echinacea. Incredible flower, just beautiful. I could spend hours out here. Look how crazy the bees are going. They're out today, the bees, doing a lot of work. So you'll notice flowers like this. You'll notice in the food forest in general, we have a lot of different flowers planted. We want to bring in all different kinds of pollinators. This way we have good pollination on things like our squash, our cucumbers, and any of our other kinds of fruit. What we're doing is essentially just hiring all these bees to come in and do the work for us. Same thing with the wood chips. We put the wood chips down because we hire thousands and thousands of worms to create a good soil for us, and we also hire the fungus to break the wood down and then to create incredible soil for us. So it's really nice when your employees are working 24/7 and you don't have to pay them. It's a pretty convenient way to grow. We're over at the food forest now that specializes in berry production. These are one of my favorite berries, flavor-wise. These are the boysenberries, and they are so good. It's a combination of a blackberry and a raspberry. The flavor is insane, and they ripen so much quicker than the blackberries do. My blackberries still need a good amount of time before they're even ready to eat. I gotta taste this. Look at it, it's just juicing all over my hands. That living water again, it's amazing. That like mild tartness with the sweet. Oh, I gotta have another one. The flavor is insane. So good. Definitely, in my opinion, definitely better than a blackberry. I mean, blackberries are good, but this has that extra raspberry kind of flavor. So it's like more dynamic. I can sit here all day. We gotta get to some of the blueberries. Let's show some of those. Here's a later producing blueberry. Absolutely loaded. As this gets closer to being ripe, we'll come over and cover this with an insect netting. If we don't, the birds will get all of them. Here's one that we have been covering, our monster plant. One of the earlier producing blueberries. Look at that. So at this point, one of the most labor intensive things is just harvesting. There's just so many to get. It's kind of one of those things where you're like, there's too many to choose from. You don't know what to grab. But it doesn't matter what you grab. As long as it's a blueberry and it's ripe, you're just gonna be happy having it. Let me get a taste of these. Actually, let's mix some of the boysen's with the blueberries and just see how that tastes. Some tart from the boysenberry, then finishing off with a nice sweet blueberry. Tuck's around here. We never give Tuck any blueberries or grapes. They're not good for dogs, but he doesn't seem to want them anyways. He's got his nose on the ground for carrots and brassicas, things like that. That's the stuff he likes more. Another blueberry I'll pass by with a lot of fruit on it. Here's a small pink lemonade one too, kind of like the one I showed you earlier in the video. And then let's get some more of the black caps because they're really nearing their end. This is about one of the last nice big harvests from the black caps. You can see they're starting to dry out just a little bit. There's just too many for me to stay on top of harvesting. I try to stay on top of everything, but when you've got so many different kind of fruits and veggies all ripe at the same time, it's tough to, like, you know, get everything at once basically. So we'll have to come out here later tonight and harvest an insane amount because there's just so much food here. Let's try these. Probably my favorite, I don't know. It's close between this and the fall golds for my favorite flavored ones. They both have like certain attributes that make them so good, so it's tough to choose one, but dang are they good. It's got that sweet, and like I said last time, almost like a gamey raspberry flavor as opposed to the fall golds. The fall golds are like pure sweetness and like a mild, delicious sweetness. But overall, food from your own backyard that you can eat fresh, organic. I mean, I say it so many times, but kings can't buy food this good. You can't buy it. The only way to get food this good is to listen to what Bill Mollison says and to grow it yourself. That's today's video, growers. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. Videos like these are just you know, an absolute joy for me and Tuck to make because we get so much out of it. Not only do we get food that we can just eat directly, food that we can bring inside and store, but we get like the satisfaction of the whole story and the completion. You know, the idea to plant something, to actually sow it, to watch it grow, and then to be a part of that harvest. It's a rewarding experience to, like, again, be a part of the whole entire thing. I think it gets you connected into nature and it gives you a better appreciation for your food. It also gives you like a, you know, a little bit of like smugness, I guess, because you realize that the food in the stores is isn't really food. It's just looks like food, but it definitely doesn't taste like it. It doesn't have the minerals. It's just kind of there. So when you grow this stuff in your own backyard, it makes you so excited for particular seasons. Like, you know, in the middle of winter, I don't want any strawberries from anywhere. I want to wait for my strawberries in the spring to come, because that's truly what a strawberry tastes like. So I hope all you get that opportunity to eat real food. Me and Tuck are so happy you guys are here though, and we want to thank one of the new members, Dustin Allman. Thanks for being a part of Team Grow. Thanks for contributing to the garden. Thanks for having your hand in, you know, all the harvest back here. I also want to let you know to grab some of the summer merch at jamesprigioni.com. If you want to support the channel, if you want to support Team Grow, if you want to be on the team and you know, show the whole world that you're for growing, you're for organic food, and you're for like you know, doing a lot of things yourself, because it's more rewarding, I think. Tuck, the boss, the king, the leader of the channel, you know, we're thankful for him for always being a part of it. Look how hot he is. You know, he doesn't have to be out here. He could be sitting inside, but he wants to hop into every scene because he wants to try to bless your guys' lives as much as he blesses mine. He's you know, a true treasure and a true gem. So we're thankful for all the kind words and all the hearts everyone spans for him. Sometimes I'll just go for the comments and, you know, tell him heart, Tuck, another heart, and he's just always got the big smile on his face. So we want to thank everyone for being a part of Team Grow, for helping us reach 1 million subscribers. So Tuck and I just reached 1 million subscribers, and there's no possible way we could have done it without all of you. So we just want to extend a huge thank you and an insane amount of gratitude for being a part of the Food Forest journey. So James and Tuck will be back to you again real soon. We out.